Are we safely in the green, or is this a dead cat bounce for XRP and XLM price action at the end? I gotta clear something up because a lot of you out there think that one of my sources was a little skewed, but you weren't listening. And adding to strategic reserves, that's right, it's happening as store of value play is growing.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Happy Tuesday evening. Well, that's where I'm recording from. Where are you viewing from? Heat map? No, not yet. We got into your comments because, yes, you, the viewer, matter most. Brian Ladyman says, do not believe what the media says about Kamala at 46%. Do you remember when Hillary was at 95%? Oh, just wait, everyone. Here's another one. Ekben Joe's World says, do you sheeple really believe these election polls? Hey, you guys, maybe you should listen a little bit closer because these weren't election polls. They were betting odds. I don't follow shitty polls. I follow the money. As always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. Yes, this is from Polymarket, where there is over $500 million worth of action on the presidential winner, with right now Trump having a 52% chance of winning. So no, I wasn't quoting election polls. I was looking at betting odds. Follow the money, guys and gals. J Dump Trucking says, there were 5 cryptos I couldn't buy on Kraken last night. Kraken does it every time. I've been hearing about the outages on traditional finance sites, along with some crypto issue buying as well. Let me know if you had some problems during the dip buying. Bitcoin sitting at 56,470. We're going to talk about dead cat bounce, or are we back, baby? ETH at 2488, while BNB's near 500. Sol coming in a little bit back at 146. XRP at 50.8 with XLM at 9.2. By the way, XLM been under 10 cents now for almost 2 years. Come on, everyone. What's going on? Adding to the strategic reserves. Well, guess what? Companies, even smaller ones like Semler Scientific now, are using BTC on their balance sheet instead of cash. Yeah, that's right. They made some profits. They made about 5.2 million in profits. And they're like, you know what? We're going to move some of this into BTC. Strategic reserve asset, store of value. More and more companies are going to do this because dollars, euros, yens, and wons, and whatever the fuck we all use for money, it's all just going to shit right now because governments are spending and they are jacking up our taxes. So it's really interesting to see even small companies like Semler Scientific buying the dip. By the way, I got that link down below. That's the press release from them, so you know it's legit. XRP witnesses a dead cat bounce, but more declines lie ahead. So this is pretty interesting. Okay, this had to do with active addresses on a daily basis, along with buying. And what they're basically saying is active daily addresses went down and the buying went down. So what you saw was a dead cat bounce, not an actual recovery. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little too soon to decide this because we got to see how the charts pan out. But as of right now, what I have noticed is there's been a massive pullback in volume in the crypto markets as a whole. For instance, XRP's volume is down 57% in the last 24 hours. Broader crypto volumes are down as well. Let's talk about stellar price-wise. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on about tokenization. A lot of stuff about building with Sorban. A lot of stuff about real-world assets and all sorts of juiciness building with Stellar. But my, oh my, we're at 9 cents? And we've been there for like 2 years. Check out this blue arrow or blue line right here is that 10 cent mark. Look at this. This has been horrible. We're talking FTX time. The price of XLM right now is less than it was at the FTX crash. Think of how much better the entire market is since FTX. Look at all the players up on the screen right now, and you tell me how many of them are higher than the FTX crash. Almost the whole fucking screen. XLM isn't, though. It is well below the price where it was right here during the FTX crash. And I've got that up on the screen when they were at almost 11 cents, and we know they're 2 cents below that. So 2 years, all this growth, all this development, and what is XLM getting? Jack shit from the market. Volume sucks. Announcements haven't done anything. What about Sorban going live? I don't see it. The only big pump XLM has had in these last 2 years was from XRP Torres news regarding secondary sales. Yeah, not being a security. So the biggest pump for XLM is because of XRP. Thank you for riding on the coattails of XRP, XLM holders. No hope here. So we get on over to XRP where, look, more support at that 50-cent mark and above, which is good and what we want to see. Now let's take a look at the candlesticks. Swinging on over, we're going to do something a little different here. We're going to go a little tighter in the time because I want to show you exactly the support at that 50-cent mark, okay? Right here where the hash line is, that is your 50-cent mark support, and we have been doing good here the last day holding that support. Now look, see, blew right past it here, right at the beginning of August 6th, my time zone, which is East Coast time zone. And the hurricane was a big dud, by the way. A little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, and not much else, but further up the coast, a lot more rain. But right now what I'm doing is I'm looking for close intervals with XRP, and I'm looking to see what happens this week. If we get to Friday, and I know it's so many days away, and in the crypto world, anything can happen at any time, but if we could get to Friday at that 53-ish cent range, somewhere around there, I think we'll be okay to survive the weekend. Now, if we go into that weekend a little bit lower, I don't know if we're going to have the action. We are hearing rumblings about an uptick in Middle East action, and the last time we had a big Middle East-like flare-up, crypto went down, down, down. So in terms of dead cat bounce, I get what people are saying. I get what they're saying about daily active addresses, but it's still too soon to tell. And honestly, when you zoom out here and zoom out even more, and let's do that. Let's go to the 1 day on here so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. When you zoom out to the 1 day, the floor of XRP has been growing here over the last several years. Look at this. That is a significant floor getting higher and higher. 30 cent XRP? Come on now. Come on now, everyone. 40, we barely touch it, and then we jump above 50. That's not how things were in 2022 and 2023. Too bad the same thing can't be said for Stellar, whose floor just appears to be getting lower, lower, and lower. And the reason I brought up Stellar being stagnant for a couple years has to do with an email I received from one of you. That's right, one of you sent me a lengthy email telling me all the amazing things that Stellar did. And it was like a really, really big, long list. And my whole thinking was, yeah, but none of that news, none of that organic juiciness did anything for the price. Because I started looking up the dates of like when that person had kind of listed out those things, and price didn't equate to any of that. In fact, Stellar's price has moved on the broader macroeconomic conditions of the world rather than its individual development news. So think about that. The next time they come out with tokenization, real world assets, how about Stellar tokenizes food, feeds the poor? How do you like that one? But for real, the market has definitely moved on from XLM. In fact, I did an XLM to XRP comparison price-wise. If you match the pairing, XLM is down, I think it was like 45% all-time compared to XRP. And if you did the XLM to BTC or XLM to ETH, oh, it was even worse. We're talking 90% plus down compared to those two. So has the market really embraced XLM? Yeah, for like sub 10 cents. Are there a lot of pumps that bring a lot of swing traders into XLM? No, not really. The only big pump they had to do with Torres, which was an XRP thing, which isn't even XLM related. Now, on the other hand, Ripple does move on its own news. We saw that with the Torres FOMO. We saw that with the Torres pump earlier, and we've seen it with certain court news things that have come out, right? Certain events have definitely caused some action. But what XRP is really looking at right now is what can we do over these next few days to just keep above 50 cents? Because when you start looking at the orders, oh my, there's a lot of triggered sell action right around 49.4 to 49.6. A lot of it. So let's hope we don't touch that, because then it might push us down a few more cents. But I'm staying optimistic because I'm hoping the Middle East tension kind of cools the F down. And I'm hoping that this geopolitical tension thing we have in countries across the globe cools down as well. But I know it's the summer, and summer's hot, especially here in the northern hemisphere, and that's a lot to ask for. But I'm also asking for Taurus to hurry the fuck up. Come on, homegirl. I got stuff to do, like a stretching session. You cool cats, though, have a great rest of your day. Choo-choo, bitches. 2 years, sub 10 cents? Like, that's fucking pretty shitty.